vibrate at a high frequency does not mean you are a morally good person. Hello, hey there, my name is Janaea. This is Naya Says, and in these videos we get into the energetic aspects of real life, okay? We're going to figure out how do we make these conceptual things fit into our lives so that we can use our energy to make our lives how we would like it to be. Now, first of all, I just want to say hi. I'm so glad that you guys are here because I have been looking for my community and now I just feel like we're there. You know what I'm saying? So like, what's up, team? We out here doing the work and putting in the practice. Okay, that's really how most of the work gets done. With that being said, I am an energetic tarot reader. I read people as well as the cards, if we're being honest, and I am here to break down the reality of the energy. Now, the name of this video specifically is, how should I word this? High frequency energy is not the same as good morality, okay? I have been seeing so much online posts where people are saying like, you know what, to get to this certain lifestyle, you gotta have high energy, you gotta think certain thoughts, and if you don't have it, then it's a reflection of the energy. Okay, so that I actually agree with, right? But I've been seeing in the comments people saying,
oh, so everybody poor got low frequency energy, everybody poor need to think happier thoughts, everybody who doesn't have the life they want, they have to, you know, like, take on good vibes.
And the simple answer is yes. And I see a lot of people combat that with the whole,
These rich people are terrible people, they do awful things, and they're still rich.
Because the thing about it is to vibrate at a high frequency does not mean you are a morally good person. Do you hear me? To vibrate at a high frequency does not mean you're a morally good person. Let's take this out of humanity, okay? Energy is energy, and we just so happen to be the form that it was expressed in, right? A spirit does not have a body to play good guy for. It does not have to assimilate to cultural norms, right? And to be honest, most of our spirits are in absolute discord with the spiritual norms we're born into. It's almost like you ever feel that like, that's your spirit abiding by the laws of what human society it was born into. But your spirit is not a human, nor does it need to be that way in order for it to be successful. Your spirit is not a human, nor does it need to follow the cultural norms of humanity in order for it to be successful or free. To be led by your spirit is how you get those higher frequencies, right? Because let's break this down into the foundation of who we are as humans. We've got our physical body, we've got our emotional body, our mental body, and our spiritual body, with the spirit body being the lightest, right? And just think about how like your spirit is on such a high frequency that it resonates through your body. There are no ears or no limbs floating around in the ether, right? And if they are, they're in their lightest, purest forms as those small particles that are of God. If you are trying to get your embodiment onto the level of success that we see most of those people, we would say, but some people are probably thinking like, I don't want to be as successful as those super rich people, or I don't want to be as rich as those super rich people, because let's be honest, you don't have to be successful to be rich. Some people are born into it, but here is what it is. The energy that you are born into, you adopt. It's almost like what you feed and what you're fed and what becomes who you are and reflected on the outside, right? So these people don't have to take the courses to lighten their vibe. They don't have to have a near-death experience to say, fuck all the rest of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, People who are born into a certain energy, they embody it naturally because it's all that they know. Now, I am speaking to the me's of the world. Remember, y'all my community, so you know what I'm talking about. Us, like, more than likely, we were not, you, like me, was not born into that environment where everybody around you just breathed the wealth, right? Like, there was no, and just ease and floating on down, and here, let me lay my hat down, and it never touched the ground because the servant comes to take it out of the way for you. That's just not the lifestyle that we grew up in. So in order to get to that place, there is a certain amount of raising your vibration, heightening the frequency of the energy that you expel into the universe so that the things that are of higher frequency come to you. A lot of times we relate this with opportunities, we relate this with real high love, you know what I'm saying? Like those relationships, like we can be, tons of people are in relationships, but there are those relationships that are like, they add to you, they bring out the best in you, right? And then there's also money. Like money, it gives you a whole lot of freedom, I'll say that, and it accentuates what you've already got going on. So how do you grow up in an environment that is more so like, I see it there, but I don't got it, and ascend into a place of, it's mine, this is normal to me, I breathe this type of energy in, right? First of all, you may have to let go of the concepts of right and wrong. Because look at it like this. All of those super successful, super wealthy people that, and let's be honest, most super wealthy and super successful people are not carnivorous animals just eating off the poor. Okay, I know that is up for debate, so I'm just going to skip over that. But the point is, there is a level of I don't give a fuck that you have to be on. And it's not so much a moral thing, it's more so living out that embodiment of your spirit, right? First of all, let's talk about a spirit. A spirit is free. It is energy that can, here in these bodies, the more constricted we are, the more our spirits are weighed down. So then your spirit is already like being expressed at a lower frequency versus it being more so free and being able to have the power to be expressed even on the highest of levels, right? To be able to just do what the fuck it wants. So when we are at these levels where we are weighed down by the world, look at it like this. If you are physically weighed down, now y'all know me, I'm going to go in through the foundational 4. If you're physically weighed down, not only talking about weight, but also like the food that you consume that keeps you heavy, like, and by heavy I mean like it takes hours for your body to process it. So the energy that could be used toward you getting to a higher place or you ascending is now being used to process whatever whole lot of shit you just ate. I hope that I can monetize this video eventually. But then on an emotional level, you've got so many ties to this, that, and the third, to this person and to how this should go and your expectations, that now instead of your spirit being able to rise up and get to such place, it's now got like those, imagine like those bridge grapple things. I don't know if grapple is a word, but like those bridge things that hold it in place. Like your spirit can't even get nowhere because your emotions are so tied to other things around it that you personally know are beneath you. And then your mind. Let's just say that your mind is all over the fucking place. You haven't meditated. You haven't come to a conclusion where you know why you think certain things. You haven't chosenly like decided what you believe. You may have been given your beliefs and just gone off like, well, this is it for me. This is all that I know. So this is all that there is. And anything that doesn't work with that is just chaos. And so now more of your world is chaos because you do not go with what your spirit knows to be true. So now your beliefs have shortened your mind, and in this realm, the mind is all. So now, not only do you think you cannot have certain things or you do not deserve certain things, your mind is so stinking scattered that you couldn't put a pin in a single thought to reach that obstacle anyways. And so after all of those layers, your spirit is not going to vibrate at a higher frequency. If you're thinking about how you can't afford this and you got all this struggle, that weighs you down. And the thing about it is this: perspective is everything. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but even thinking about things that would add to you bring your frequency higher than keeping them in things that keep you down. That is an energetic term, like things keeping you down. And like I said, with the emotions and people, you have to be able to not give a fuck. You are not everybody's hero. And listen, that is it. And everybody is not meant to save you. And nobody else is meant to save you. You are meant to save you. So when you start putting yourself first and stop giving a fuck so much about other people, actually like let God handle those things, like you claim to believe, but your actions don't show, that's another sign of your spirit being like, I don't have faith. And that keeps you small, because the spirit is nothing but possibility. So when your spirit is not leading in that way, when you are so tied to the struggle that has become your reality, mentally, emotionally, and physically, your spirit does not lead. And so therefore the energy that emanates from within you is not of things that would attract expansion for you, because at this level that you live in, you do not show that you have the container to hold what growth you could accomplish. You get what I'm saying? Because your spirit, and I'm always going to talk about this, because your spirit, it does not need negativity. Your spirit wants to grow and expand. So if you don't want to grow, say good vibes only. Just say it. Just live that out. Because the thing about negative and positive energy, both are needed for you to create something new, for you to ascend, for your bills to go up, for you to get that expansive relationship, for you to, come on y'all, what else we talking about? What's the things we want? For your hair to grow, like you have to be consistent. You need a challenge. You need something to overcome. That aggy person at work that always distracts you from this, you either need to grow into a person who now matured to where you understand that person, challenge, or you need to tell that person to leave you alone. If that's your relationship, you need to create space, or you need to let it go. If that is your spending habits and your vices, it's time for you to take your energy back and put it toward the things that help you to expand. But being a good person, per se, does not raise your frequency. Now, it's true that if you put certain energy out into the world, certain energy will come back to you. But if what is underlying the goodness that you put out into the world is desperation, more situations where you will be desperate will be attracted to you. This is the law of attraction, but I feel like we always hear it in terms of just getting money, but like, let's apply it to our relationships. Let's apply it to our inner selves that have actually experienced pain and loss and not having what we see other people have. And, all of these regular unsolved mysteries of the self. The thing is that there is a part of your spirit, even your subconscious mind knows everything. All of those things that have kept you down and blocked and low, they are within you, and you have the power to unleash your energy from them so that you can ascend and attract those things. But if you keep beating into your mind that I have to be a good person in order for me to ascend, or I have to just think good thoughts, well, what are the thoughts that you keep on your mind? It might be time for you to let yourself think bigger. Let yourself think that it's a possibility. You don't gotta be stuck like this forever. It might be a possibility for you to, come on y'all. You saying it right there? Okay, cool. Like, it might be time for you to go ahead and allow yourself to know that these things can be possible for you. Because if you're not thinking these things, or if you're so caught up in what you see as being now that you don't even see beyond the moment and don't see a future that could be better. The truth is, you're gonna attract what you pay attention to. So even if it started with like, damn, this day been fucked up, but it sure was nice to see that those flowers coming into bloom, them cherry blossoms, or it really did make me happy that that truck stopped by and gave us all flowers as it rolled by. Like, I don't know, why am I thinking flowers, John? Because it's the first official, it's the second day of spring. Like, I'm happy without flowers. Anyway, the point is, you have to, when you start paying attention, where your attention goes, the energy flows. I should have mentioned that sooner. But the more that you put your attention, meaning like what you watch, what you spend, what you consume physically and through your eyes and ears, all of those things, the more positive or the higher frequency they are. Remember, like, a flower isn't good or bad, but it does have some high ass energy. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, freaking money isn't good or bad, but a lot of it can be expansive. So we would call that a higher frequency thing that we're acquiring. So the more that you can fruit isn't good or bad, but it takes this long to digest it, and it doesn't even get your pancreas involved in the situation. So you know what I'm saying? Like, less energy expended on the shit that you don't need to focus on. Like, now you can put more of that energy into growing your business, or getting your man or woman, or making them millies. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. The point is, when you do allow yourself to let go of how you should be and what's good and nice and what's moral, then you can finally like detach. That's the thing. These rich people, they don't care about what we say. They know that they can do whatever they want because it's just inherently in what they believe. Now, what they do with that freedom and that power, that's not up to me or you. Leave that up to my good God. Like you said, you got some faith, then just let it be what it's supposed to be. Like, right now, they're not bothering you, and honestly, they're not paying you. So stop focusing on them. But like, these rich people, they don't care. They don't care, boo. They don't. Like, so being hung up on how moral they are is the exact thing that you need to let go of mentally to elevate. Like, you can say that being rich is but you can say that being rich is like, oh, I've given up my spirituality in good form. Baby, my spirit want to be free, and the more coins I got, the more I can do with my spirit. My spirit want to lay up on the beach sometimes, okay? And my spirit just wants to focus on creating content sometimes. Sometimes my spirit just wants to paint. But when I am sitting here trying to please everybody and worrying about this, that, and the third, and how good I am, instead of just painting them titties, I don't know, you know, I'm not painting titties right now. I'll be painting more like symbolism and stuff. But you get what I'm saying? Like, just doing what feels right in my spirit, in my soul. When I'm doing those things, I am expanding, I'm elevating, and I'm attracting those people that are also in tune with their spirit. And those people usually are of the highest frequencies and usually have the great connections, have the great coins. Like, if you were not meant to be in a material world, you have been born somewhere else. This is earth. It is solid, and if you touch yourself, you ain't gonna put your finger through it. So be okay getting what you need to get. Be okay doing what you need to do. Be okay not saving everybody. Be okay not being yourself for the sake of other people being uncomfortable. Be okay doing what the fuck you feel. Being okay doing what you feel is right for you internally, and be okay letting go of the reality that you have now, especially if you know that what is meant for you is bigger and better than anything you can imagine. But keeping yourself low, staying focused on the low energy things like the heavy ass foods, the beef, meaning drama, but also beef, that's heavy as hell, okay? It takes a long time for that to process, and like our bodies run on energy. So keep that in mind. Like special occasions over here, like I love a good surf and turf, but you know what I'm saying? The point is be able to be open to more, but be able to let go of all of those things that kind of keep you down, keep your vibe low, and be more open and accepting of those things. Like the point of it is this: you can't go a single place in this world and not experience or not be able to see like something high frequency, high vibrational. It's like I said, where the attention goes, the energy flows. If all that you pay attention to is the negative things or the things that make you smaller or keep your spirit down or keep it from being able to be free, those are the things that will find you and that will keep you entertained with what you like. So be open to putting that same attention to things that could possibly, even if you don't think that one thing is going to change your life, cumulatively, that's how energy works. Cumulatively, like things build up. If you keep your energy high and on things that you would look up to, like, dang, I would love one day for this to be that, like, keep it on there. Keep your feet on the ground so you know where you're going and where your reality is. But make sure that you are also being supportive of the things that you want, and they're gonna find you. And remember, like, that don't look like any one certain personality type, and that don't look like any people pleasers. And honestly, when you're in survival mode, you want other people to be around you because you don't even have, it's possible that the energy that's within you isn't stimulating enough, so you get that from other people. And so in order to keep ourselves energetically filled, we sometimes are dependent on other people. No morals are necessary for your spirit to fly unless they go against your beliefs. Now, with that being said, you heard that? Like, let that shit out. Let that shit go. Let go of the people and the things that, and that's not to mean cut people off, because I'm a big fan of boundaries. And now I'm going to enforce the boundary from me to y'all, or maybe but it's in your benefit. The boundary is this: I have been rambling, and the point is morality. You don't need it to get the points. You don't need it. You need some focus. You need some diligence. You need some concentration. You need some aspiration. You need some belief. And you need some energy. And unless you got all of these things, how good you treat your neighbor ain't gonna do shit. It's not, unless your neighbor happens to be this. But you won't even be next to that certain neighbor that would elevate you if your energy ain't good. So stop it. And then start doing those things that are for you. And then you'll find out that by doing that, everybody gets taken care of, because then you're taken care of and you want to take care of people anyway. But first, you got to take care of yourself. So let go of that moral compass. Let go of that I can't be a good person and be rich and be successful. That's a lie. That's a lie that you believe, and now is the time for you to unbelieve it. We're gonna flip that and reverse it, okay? Now is the time where we are allowing ourselves to believe that we can get to those places and still be true to who we are and still have genuine connections and genuine personality in order to get there. And this is exactly how you do it. You balance your energy, meaning get your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual energy in check, to where none of them are like super deficient or where none of them are taking over. And in my energetic consultations, we can go over exactly which energies are in balance, which are deficient or over, and how to put into practice a method of keeping them in balance longer, and how to know whether or not they're not in balance. And then also, you can pay attention to your environment. If you are noticing that you are stagnant or not moving, oh my gosh, I probably use my hands in every single. Be sure to like the video. But anyways, if you are not are noticing that your environment stays the same and it's not something you're happy with, it almost feels constricting, that's how you know, one, it might be time for you to ascend, and two, the spaces that you're in are holding you down. And then three, well, yeah, check for something outside of you. And the reading doesn't have to be from me, but two, check within. Make sure that you are getting, and lastly, go within and feel from your heart, which is the seat of the soul, whether or not you are in the space you're meant to be. And you will realize that some of the things that are normal to you right now are not things that are aligned with your soul, because if they would be getting you to the place that your soul knows you're meant to be. So really pay attention, go within, whether it be journaling or meditating. Those are my top two. I think they're married, they belong together. But go within and figure out what it is that is within your life that you can create space from, that you can rework so that it works better for you, or that you can cut off completely, or that you can add to your life so that way you can help to create space for what comes with the elevation. You know what I'm saying? So those are my tips. Sorry I had to get to the end of the video, but I'm not, because it was some real good stuff, right? I know, right? Okay, so we are gonna talk in the next video. I can't tell you what it's gonna be right now, but I know it's about to light some shit up. Okay, but in the meantime, I'm gonna let you guys go, because at this point I am definitely rambling. I was already supposed to set that boundary with y'all, and I mean, at this point, is it healthy? I don't know. I feel like I'm getting something from this. In the meantime though, my voice is letting me know, my throat, something inside of me is saying like, girl, they done got what they were supposed to get, and so I'm gonna respect that, okay? And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe to this video and to this channel. Like this video and subscribe to this channel. Make sure that you stay in tune with what we got going on, so we can see all the energies, you know what I'm saying? And also make sure that you put this out there so that way a friend or even somebody who you are butterflyly connected to on the algorithm has the opportunity to level up. We are building community, right? Because we're already here, and like, fuck a community, this a team. Like we in practice. We got stuff that is coming up. You can see around the world. Like, it's about time to put some things into practice. We are a team. I don't know. The point is, we are building up us. We are getting ourselves together. And in order to make sure that we are silent, we gotta make sure that we got the people here that's supposed to be here. So it ain't no rush, but make sure that you support the channel so that way we can help build a supportive us. Okay, that's what I'm calling it for now. It's just us, period. Alright, so like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.